Bismillahi, alhamdulillahi, as-salatu was-salam ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to a new lesson of Arabic Made Easy for English speakers. Today we're going to be continuing with learning how to write and recognize letters while they're in their words. Okay, because when I first started, it just looked like a bunch of pieces of ink on a piece of paper, but we're going to try to make sure that it's not that way for you. Now, we're going to take a look at which letters do what and when and how and what they look like. Firstly, we're going to write our first word of the day, which is ba, fatha, ba, ra, fatha, ra, kaf, fatha, ka. So, you have ba, ra, say it with me, ra, ka, baraka. All right. Now, firstly, the ba and the ra do connect with one another. So, that's the first thing. But, as we know, the ra is antisocial and does not like to associate with those in front of it, and therefore doesn't connect with the kaf. Now, the ba and the ra connect because the ra does accept, as we made mention last time, invitations. So the letter in front of it, if it reaches out, it will connect with the ra. As we write it, this is how you write the ba. Now, there's the ra. There is the ra. This is how you connect the ba and the ra together. So you've got bara, but that's only a part of the word. Then we've got the kaf, and at the end of the word, this is how you write the kaf. Notice the ra does not connect with the kaf. The ra and the kaf do not connect together. Okay? The ba and the ra do connect with one another. So we've got baraka. Baraka. Say it with me. Baraka. All right. Baraka. Sounds good. Now, let's go into our next letter. Of course, baraka. You know, you've heard this before. Baraka from Allah. Blessing from Allah. Barakallahu feek. Meaning, may Allah bless you. And things of this nature. So that's the word baraka. All right. Now we're moving on to our next word. And we're not just on letters anymore. We're on words, brothers and sisters. We've got ta, fatha, ta, ra, fatha, ra, kaf, fatha, ka. So we've got ta, ra, ka. Taraka. All right? Now, you guys are getting to be old hats at reading this stuff, and that's good. So we've got here, the ta does extend the invitation to the ra. The ra does not extend the invitation to the letter in front of it, which in this case is Mr. Kaf. Again, that Kaf's got to be feeling pretty sad because he gets no invitations these days. The ta and the ra do mix and come together. So you write the ta like this. Notice the two dots go at the top at the very beginning, and it connects with the ra, and you see the ra. So we've got tara. So these two do connect. You see? Now, when we get to the kaf, harful kaf, kaf does not connect with the ra. So you've got taraka. Taraka. Say it with me. Taraka. It's to leave something, to leave off something, things of this nature. Taraka. So the ra does not connect with the kaf, but the ta and the ra do connect. So the ra, again, accepts invitations, but does not extend invitations. So keep that in mind. Ta, ra, ka. Taraka. Say it with me, brothers and sisters. Taraka. ترك. And this is how you would write this word. So pay attention particularly to the ta, because that's how you would write it if it's in the beginning of a word. Now, just to drill it with you, we're going to use another word with ta in the very beginning. That's ta, fatha, ta, ra, fatha, ra. And we've got harful ba with a fatha, and we've got ourselves taraba. Ta, ra, ba. Ta, ra, ba. Taraba. All right, brothers and sisters? Now, the ta, again, does connect with the ra. Harful ta does connect with harful ra. Now, my question to you is, does harful ra connect with harful ba? What do you say? Huh? No. Very, very good. You brothers and sisters are on the job here. The harful ra, even to user-friendly ba, will not connect. So we've got tarabat written like this. Harful ta, ra, as you can see. Notice that the ra, the bulk of it, is below the line of where the ta is. Don't worry about it too much at this juncture, because we're going to drill this stuff a little bit later on. Just be cognizant of the fact that it's just a little bit below the line. And then, so we have ta, ra, and we have ba. Now you say it before I say it. Huh? How would you say this word? Yes. Taraba. 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 Okay, brothers and sisters? So, once again, drilling it home, the ta hooks up with the word in front of it. Ta is a user-friendly letter. Ta and ra. But ba does not get the invitation from the ra. And that's just the way ra is. Maybe ra was raised that way. We don't know, but that's just what it is, brothers and sisters. And it ain't going to get no better than that. All right, brothers and sisters, let's move on to the next word. And the next word that we have here is, let's see, what word can we use here? Okay. All right. Harfu noon, fatha. Harfu zay, fatha. And we have harfu lam. Now this should be interesting, right? Harfu lam with a fatha. And of course, all three of them together make the word nazala. Now this harfu noon with a fatha gives you the na sound. Now, is it going to hook up with the finicky zay? What do you say? Will that hook up the zay with the lam? What's your opinion? Yes, harfu noon does connect with the harfu zay. The harfu noon does connect with harfu zay. So, the noon and the zay do hook up and get together. Now, the harfu zay, as we know by now, does not get together with any letter in front of it, no matter what letter it is. So, for this reason, this word, nazala, will not be written with the noon and the zay connecting with the lam, but it's still one word. So, for this reason, we would write the noon like this. Notice the way we wrote the noon. Extending the line. All right. And then harfu zay. Harfu zay. And we connect those two, the noon and the zay, together, because they do get together, no problem there. But now, harfu lam. Harfu lam. How are we going to connect the harfu lam like the noon and the zay? Well, the reality of the situation is that we are not, because they don't get together. They don't get along. That's the situation. That's life sometimes. Okay, so we've got harfu noon, harfu zay, and harfu lam. Nazala. Say it with me. nazala, nazala, which means to go down, to something to come down, the things of this nature. All right. Nazala, we've got harfu noon connecting with the harfu zay. Harfu zay not connecting with the harfu lam, but they all make up one word. Naam. Okay. Next up we have naza'a. Naza'a. Harfu noon, fatha. Harfu zay, fatha. See if this thing is working here. All right. And harful ain. Say it with me. Ain. Harful ain with a fatha. So that's noon, fatha, na. Zay, fatha, za. Ain, fatha, a. Na, za, a. Naza'a. Naza'a. All right. Now, harfu noon is user-friendly, gets along with virtually everybody, and it connects with the harfu zay. Harfu zay. Now, harfu zay does not connect with anything in front of it, only accepts invitations but does not extend invitations. So that means that the word naza'a, when we write it, we're going to connect the noon and the zay together, but we're not going to connect the ain, because the ain, which is normally a user-friendly letter, will not be able to connect with the harfu zay. But they still get together and do the job. And that job here is the word naza'a. Naza'a. Na, fatha, na. I should say noon, fatha, na. Zay, fatha, za, za. And ain, fatha, a. A. Naza'a. Naza'a. Say it with me. Na, za, a. Naza'a. All right, brothers and sisters. Now we put this word together. Noon, zay, ain. With 3 fathas, you've got naza'a. All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right. We're still using some words from this harfu noon to drill this into you. And when you see what we've got here, noon, fatha, na, dal, fatha, da, and we have here harful ba with a fatha. Harful ba with a fatha. Na, da, say it with me, da, ba. Na, da, ba. And when you put the 2 to the 3 together, you get nadaba. Now, the harfu noon does indeed connect with the letter in front of it. Harfu noon does indeed connect with the letter in front of it. So you've got harfu dal and the noon getting together. Not if the noon was in front of the dal, it wouldn't, because it'd get treated just as the harful ba is being treated here, and it doesn't connect with the harful dal. So we've got nadaba. However, the noon and the dal do connect, but the harful ba does not connect with the rest of the word. So you've got nadaba. Nadaba. Say it with me, brothers and sisters. Nadaba. We've got harfu noon with a fatha, na. Harfu dal with a fatha, da. And we've got harful ba with a fatha. And look here. I'm just connecting this noon and the dal here, just to show you that the noon and the dal do indeed get together. Now, we've got harful ba, which is on the outskirts of town, but still in town. So they don't connect, but they're all part of the same word. So you've got here nadaba. Nadaba. With the noon and the dal connecting with no problems, and the dal not extending an invitation as the dal does, and he makes the letter on the other side of him stand alone. So we've got nedebe. Say it with me. Nedebe. Nedebe. Okay. The next word that we're going to be tackling here is as follows. Harful. I'm not going to say it. What you say it. What harf is this? Huh? Harful jim. Very good. And this is harful ra. Very good. And this is harful dal. Harful dal. So you've got jim, harful jim, and you've got harful ra, and you've got harful dal. And all three of these are all getting together for a common purpose, which is to form the word jarada. Jarada. Now, this jim connects with the ra, and there's no problem there. The jim connects with the ra. Okay, now ra, again, accepts invitations when it's extended, but does not extend invitations. Okay, so that harf ra is just like a friend that likes to go to other people's houses and eat, but doesn't like to invite people over to his house to eat and share his food. So you've got jarada. Jarada. Now, this jarada, as you can see, all together, these three letters make up one word. Watch how we just wrote the jim. Look at that. You see that? This jim is how you would write it if it starts a word. We don't write it as you see it above. That's when it stands alone. But when it's a part of a word, you write it like this, like a check mark laying down. And then you've got the ra. As you can see, the jim does connect with other letters in front of it. So we've got harf ra. So we've got jim, fatha, ja, ra, fatha, ra. Now, harf dal, fatha, da. So there you have it, brothers and sisters. The jim, look at that. Now, this is probably the first time that you're seeing this. You probably you've seen it before, but you may not have been able to recognize it. But this indeed is the jim, and it looks like a check mark laying down, and it connects with the letter that is following it. All right? Because, of course, in Arabic, we read right to left. Okay, so we've got ja, ra, da. And all together, how would you say this? Go on, I'm waiting. Oh, you didn't get it. Oh, yes, you did. Well, some of you probably did. Okay. Jarada. Jarada. Say it with me, brothers and sisters. Jarada. Very, very good. Moving right along here, we have got harfu jim again. I want to give this to you again because I really want you to get down how this jim looks in certain in words. We've got harfu ra with a fatha. Alrighty, and we've got harful ha. Harful ha. So we've got ja, ra, ha. Jaraha. Jaraha. Alright? So here we've got the harful jim, the fatha, ja, harful ra with a fatha, and you get ra. But notice the jim and the ra do indeed meet up, hook up, get together, have whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, no problem. And the two do get together. But the ha, harful ha, doesn't hook up with the harf ra. Okay? Now that we got jaraha, we are going to look at how we're going to write this thing. Now, you've looked at the jim just a few minutes ago. So, let's take this ja, ra, ha, and let's turn it into a word instead of a collection of letters. And watch how you would write this jim. And it is as follows. Watch this. You see? You see how I made the jim? Ja. Alrighty. Then you've got the harful ra. Harful ra. Now, harful ra, does it meet up? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because harful ra accepts invitations but does not extend them. So, you've got harful ra and harful hat. Harful hat. Now, you look at this harful hat, and you're going to notice that there's going to be some more similarities between the hat and the jeem. But we'll talk about that in a little while. Now, this harful ra and the harful jeem do meet up when the jeem comes first. Harful ra, the harful hat is left out in the cold because it doesn't meet up with the harful ra. It doesn't meet up with the harful ra. And I hope that we're drilling this enough for you and don't become bored with it, brothers and sisters, because if you get this, your foundation is going to be solid. So this is why we like to talk about this, and we really want to drill it inside of you. And inshallah ta'ala, your foundation is going to be very, very sound. Okay. Next letter, or I should say next word, we're still using harfu jeem. Harfu jeem with a fatha ja. Harfu dal with a fatha da. Harfu lam with a fatha, and you get a la sound. You get what sound? La sound. All right. Harfu jeem does connect with harfu. What harf is that? Dal. Harfu jeem does connect with harfu dal when the jeem is coming first. Again, the dal accepts invitations but does not extend an invitation. Okay, so we've got ja, da, la. So even though the lam is out on the side, all right, it's still a part of the word, and you've got jadala. Jadala. Now, by now you should know that the harfu jeem, when it opens up a word, it looks like a check mark, all right, that's kind of laying down on the ground. I don't know, you want to call it what? Sleeping on the job? Okay. And then you've got harfu dal. Now, harfu jeem, when it's reaching out to another word, another letter, it looks like this, and you can see the connection that the harf dal and the harfu jeem make here. So, for this reason, you've got harfu lam, which is out there, which is jadala. Jadala. Now, the dal and the lam don't get together. The dal and the lam do not get together. So, for this reason, we have the jeem and the dal. They come together just fine, just as long as dal is the one that's being invited by the letter in front of it. But it doesn't extend the invitation. Nah. Okay, we're almost finished with our class here today. But I'm not going to let you go so easy. I'm going to give you 2 more words. And inshallah ta'ala, then I will let you run. All right. Then we get to our next word, which is harfu sin with a fatha, harfu ra with a fatha, and we have harfu qaf, and that too has a fatha. All right. When we take these 3, which equal sa, ra, qa, qa. Saraqa. Saraqa. Say it with me. Saraqa. Now the harfu sin does indeed hook up with the harfu ra. Harfu sin does hook up with the harfu ra. Now this sin and ra getting together just doesn't seem to make the qaf feel included here, because the ra does not connect with the qaf. The ra does not connect with the qaf or any other letter that would be in front of it. But they still get together and make one word. So we've got saraqa, saraqa, Say it with me. Saraka. Now, this saraka is going to be written as follows. Harfu Sin, as you can see, the long teacup handle or caboose or whatever you want to call it, is more like a flat line now. Okay, it's not so big and pronounced, so that it can hook up with the letter in front of it. And in this case, that letter is harfu ra. Harfu ra. So the harfu Sin does connect with the harfu ra, and you've got Sara. All right, Sara. And these two get together, and they're joined right there, as you can see. Okay? Now we have harful qaf. Harf al-qaf. Now, this harful qaf will not hook up with the harful ra for obvious reasons. So we've got saraka. Saraka. Say it with me. Saraka. Saraka. Not saraka, but saraka. Qa. Qa. Iqa. Iqa. Qaf. Okay? Say it with me. Qaf. Okay, the ra and the qaf do not mix and don't get together. So we've got sa, ra, qaf. Saraka. Saraka. So this should be starting to be very, very clear to you, and should almost be second nature to you, that these words, these letters, which ones connect and which ones do not connect. Okay? Now, we're going to go over just one last word for today. Okay? Which is a little bit of a variation to something old, which should be old. We've got harful ha. Harful ha. And then we have harful mim. Harful mim. And we have harful lam. Harful lam. Ha, ma, la. Hamala. Which basically means to carry something, to carry. Hamala. Now, this harful ha, what is it going to look like when we try to connect it with the harful mim? How are those two going to get together? Well, we're going to explore that. But they do indeed get together and meet up to form a part of this word. Now, the harful lam, does it hook up with the harful mim? Oh, who will answer? Yes, it does hook up. We've got 3 user-friendly letters here. Now, how does that sound? Now, that's something we haven't had yet, right? Okay, then. Okay, hamala. Say it with me. Hamala. That's not harful ha, but it's harful ha. And it's written like this. Again, it looks like the harful jim, but it doesn't have that little nukta, or that little dot at the bottom of it. But it's written the same. And then we've got harful mim and harful lam. Now, when we put these 3 together, how are they going to hook up? Notice the line is extended to the mim. So we've got ha, ma. See, right here is where they connect. Ha, ma. And then it just connects so easily and beautifully with the lamb. Look at that. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Boy, can you say that there's brotherhood amongst letters? No, I guess you probably couldn't say that, could you? No, I guess you probably couldn't. But you got the point. They all get together, and they all hook up with one another. They're all 3 user-friendly letters. And look at that. That's like a, it's almost like a heart. I'm showing my soft side here. Hamala. Hamala. Well, there it is, brothers and sisters. That's your lesson for today. I hope you took your quiz the last time. You should have sent me an email letting me know how you make it out. Okay? Send it to Arabic, Arabic, @ijaza.com. I'm Bilal Abdul Kareem. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.